Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So first things first, today we have the big-ish field. Like I said before, we need names for these things. We have that field that does need to be planted. That'll be the first thing that we'll do. I almost forgot we do have these fields that need to be sprayed. That should be on the list too, but that's not a huge need. Could push it out another month. Ooh. I was gonna put canola in this. Good thing I noticed before we got too far. Seed rates, not too bad, 52. I'll see. Okay, no, this is the lower seed rate, so we'll see if we need to get more or not. Obviously, I'm not using fertilizer. I'm still trying to use up some of the liquid. Even though, like I said last time, we're probably just gonna get a planter with that. I almost got kind of excited, I'll be honest. I looked at the sales this month, and there is a planter in there, and I thought it was the one I was looking at, but it's not. It's not. It's the one that's a little smaller and it doesn't have fertilizer at the same time. And it's the unrealistic version. There's more negatives on this than... Yeah. You can plant at 30 miles an hour. Because the pack has realistic and unrealistic options. So I kind of got both there. We do have the soybeans to harvest too, which... not a huge priority, just to be honest. Out of all the things that are on the list to do, it's probably not number one. We probably need to try to take these corners a little bit better so we don't hit the crop and destroy any. Be interesting to kind of see if we can get an oil mill by the time this is ready. I don't think the canola oil is like that big of a jump from just base canola, but if we have the facility by that time, we might consider it. And I think we'd be close, because kind of like where I'm at is this winter time we'll probably get a new drill, and this be like June of next year, somewhere in there, when we're selling the soybeans. We should have a good amount to sell, as along with olives and wool, which eggs are this winter time too, November. They're always in that area to be sold. We'll probably look to then buy some productions and kind of try to grow that area of the farm. That's where the money really is. That's where the big money is. And I think that'll be something that, you know, we'll get more olive trees and stuff going, and it'll be something we'll hardly need to do anything with. And we can just, you know, sell it as they're high priced and as we need. Probably going to go around this maybe one more time, just because of the top of the field, to give us as much room as we possibly can have up there, so we don't hit the soybeans at all. I don't know where that's going to be though. I could put the production facility down here, but I've also talked about getting more sheep, and down here would be a good place for a pen, nice and flat. I think we're finally getting to that point where we shouldn't worry too much about, you know, the financial aspect. We're finally getting going. It took a while to get here, I'm not gonna lie. Probably a little bit longer than I had initially thought. But I also have to go back to thinking we grew so fast in the first survival challenge because we had the mushrooms. If you were here and watched that series, you would know they were quite unrealistic. how much you get and how much they were worth. Almost to a point where it didn't become a challenge anymore. That's why I eventually got rid of it. Partially why it took so long, I think, to get going. There's probably areas I could have invested more in early, like the olives and stuff, because that would have been a pretty easy thing to do, and we would have made quite a bit of money from it. I guess we do have one solar panel that we make a little bit of money from too every month. We only make like $150 from it though. Most of the profits there, or most of the money there, just goes to basically the upkeep of, you know, any productions or animal buildings. The monthly costs, basically. It covers that and then some. Kind of hidden away, so nobody probably sees it that often. Down the hill or down the mountain from the house. Really, once we got all the equipment going, we should be any money should be able to go towards production sites and animals. At some point, we'll probably end up buying more land, obviously, and you know, maybe we'll put animals there or something. We'll see. It's kind of hard to predict the future. Not sure which way we'd expand, whether it be down that way or we could even go that way. Or obviously like up there. Yeah, we only have like, oh, we got 3 directions, I guess, that we could potentially go towards. I forgot the rectangles aren't like matched up right next to each other. They're kind of staggered. That kind of affects the, you know, how many are right next to us where we can build towards. I prefer something with some flat land. Kind of keep the cost for landscaping down. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and do a time lapse for this. We should be able to finish up this planting fairly quick. Then we can either, well, we can grab the sprayer, probably spray some weeds. Herbicide should be in there now, so we probably spray weeds and do the liquid fertilizer over here. So I will talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, we're just finishing up the herbicide spraying. Kind of nice with the bigger width. It is basically perfect width. We can just do this 2 swipes, both of these fields, and we're done. Man, I really wish I would have seen that earlier. We could have been living this life for like how many months if I would have just looked. If only. Well, we can get this switched over to liquid fertilizer. Then we can do that field. It's easiest to do it now, so that's why I'm gonna do it now. It's easier when there's no crop, because at least coming out of the ground, easier to see where you've been. So I'll have to grab the crop sensor. I don't think I have the scout on this, do I? Like the portable one. I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't think I bought it because I don't think we could afford it. I think that was the thing. You know, I just realized the other day, if it wasn't for the fact that we need the front loader, I'd have like no use for the field boss. I use it some, like off camera mainly, just to do like waters and, you know, obviously sheep food and stuff. But you know, when the cameras start rolling, if you will, I don't use it much. This tractor is just so, it's quick. Holds everything with little to no issues. Right now, literally no issues, which is kind of nice. Full width, yep. Alright, we'll just start heading out here. This probably won't take very long either to do, honestly, with bigger width. You wouldn't think 4 meters is that much, but it is. It is. We're adding a good amount of fertilizer, it looks like. I think canola will be a good crop in here. Nice longer grow time. I think it's around a year to grow. So we should be harvesting it like a month or so prior to high price. Unless, of course, we end up getting an oil mill. Then we'll run it through there. And we either have to wait a really long time then to sell it. It kind of depends on the price. I always try to hold off whenever possible, as most farmers do. you try to hold off to your best price. That's why you always kind of hear farmers always put majority of their crops into silos usually, because your crop is not at its highest price when you're harvesting it. That's when there's plenty of it to go around. The time to sell it is, you know, when it's not the harvest season. Whether that's, you know, in the winter time, who knows? I'm sure it depends on crops and stuff, and obviously what you're gonna use with your product, or where it's going to. It'll be a couple swipes, not too much though, of this done, and then we can hop on over there. I wouldn't think we would need to empty the trailer at all. It's a little bit bigger than this field. Not by too much, and it's soybeans, so it's not as high of a amount yield. Higher price though. Sorghum is usually a pretty high amount compared to most other crops. Well, it's the final strip for this. We've used a good amount of the liquid fertilizer. We probably don't have too many more harvests left of spraying afterwards. And then watch us go and buy a planter that has liquid fertilizer, and we'll be doing this, but with solid fertilizer instead. That'll take probably even longer because that is not nearly as big as this. I may just start using it up, like the next times we plant. You know, like the soybean field that we're going to harvest here shortly. I'm probably going to put soybeans back into that. That's not going to use any fertilizer, so that's really not going to help us much. But you know, all of these fields, I'll start using it on and try to use it up. Or we could always, this kind of works, buy some seeds and put it into the olive tree along with seeds and increase that productivity a little bit. I'll grab this trailer and then we can hop into the combine and get out there to the soybean field. Alright, so we can get started on this. Get this lowered and turned on. We'll see what the yield is. I'm thinking it's gonna be dark green all the way through though. Dark green. Except for that little strip in here, I think is a different. Yeah, this strip right here will be different. And that little bit at the bottom, but we're at 100. Dang. The heck's keeping us dull here? Soil sampling? Yeah. 99. Must just be because of this strip here? I don't know. This is 100. It's really nice what spot and spray does for you. That's the main thing we were missing. Was spot and spray. Because just straight spraying it is like, I think it's half as many like points. I think it's like a point-based system for that. And if you get all of your points, it's 100, and that's your max environmental bonus and stuff. What is... Oh, it doesn't even show here. It's over 1. 15% sell price increases. That's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. We should be able to keep it pretty high too for like this coming December time when we're selling a bunch of stuff. Yep, that little strip I said was going to be different. Otherwise it's going to be dark green. A little bit of silty clay will probably be less too. These are some really good fields for soil. I have been quite happy with them. I was quite happy when I first saw the soil maps for these. A lot better than what our starting piece was. It got the job done, the starting piece, but it's nowhere near this and the yield. Turn here. Do at least one lap around, I'm sure. We're 25% full already. How much is soybeans per 1,000 liters? Is it 2 or 3,000? Almost 4,000. We got a lot of money here. We got a lot of money. Probably 15 grand pretty easily. Plus environmental. Rocking 20 grand already. We'll be swimming in the money pretty soon. We'll be swimming. Then we'll go ahead and spend it all. We're kind of in that point of the series where as soon as we get money, we're spending it. We always have something to spend the money on. Once you're really late in there, you're just trying to sit here like, okay, what do I spend this $400,000 on? A little bit different. I'll probably unload this as I go by. matter. Keeps us from unloading for a little bit longer. And we're already going the right direction for it, so. That's a pretty big field. This is gonna be a good one, I think. This field. These next two big selling times, they're gonna be huge for us. Gonna be the turning point. Gonna be the turning point. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be the turning point. We've always been pretty tight on money, for the most part. It's gonna be nice. I think we'll start having a good amount of money once we start getting some productions going. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse, so I will talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Just a glance is all it took for me to fall, but you don't even know that you were looking at me. And when you smile with your eyes that pass right over me, like I was out of place as I feel to be. You're a little too close, but too far away. It's much too early, or it's far too late. Maybe I'm too old now, I'm just afraid that you'll walk away. You're across the room from me, but it's an ocean wide, and the current's pulling us, dragging me aside.
Alright, we're on the final strip for the soybean harvest here. We'll get it all unloaded into the trailer, kind of check out the estimated max price. It's only an estimate because the likelihood of getting the max price isn't super great. A lot of times it's less. A handful of times it's more, but it's pretty rare. There we go, get that raised up. Alright, that is all unloaded. This raised up, we can get this put into the yard. And we can head on back, grab the Deutzfahr. And we can get all that put into the silo, kind of see where we're at. And hopefully it's a lot of money. Hopefully it's a lot of money. I'm not sure how much is in the trailer yet, so I haven't even looked. Gonna be a surprise for everyone. Alright, so I will just park this on this grass here. I think that field looks to be pretty soon. Be ready. At least 1 more month, actually. Not next month, maybe the month after. Alright, so we got 24,000 liters here. So we're probably looking, it's over $100,000 from that field. I think we're doing pretty good. I think it's going to be quite a bit. Quite a bit. But we'll get this emptied in here and we can get a full, more accurate number. Yeah, then next time we only have really that field to worry about, some weeds. Might be a slow time next video. We'll see. Well, we shall see. Alright, so we'll get that turned off, and the soybeans are about $96,000. I was a little off of my $100,000. They're saying max price is $4,000, which is not what it's showing in the other menu with $3,800, I think it was. So it's not bad. I think $100,000 easily from one field is quite good, money wise, and we'll have more harvest to come for soybeans because we'll probably have that big field at least one more time before it's time to sell, and then those two smaller ones. I think I was thinking we could get potentially two harvests out of soybeans. So. I mean, we'll be sitting pretty good then. Probably maybe 300,000, maybe from if we're able to do all that I want to do. We could be sitting a very good. Anyways, I think that's about everything for today. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.